Mark Yates then Rochdale away. Mark, how much happier is the mood around the place, bearing in mind obviously mathematically safe after that win over Mansfield?
Yeah, it's okay. It's positive. We've made sure it's in our own hands, which was good. Really good performance on Monday. A pity that we haven't had enough of those, particularly at home. But I think we showed what we could be about. We dealt with the threat of an opposition, one who'd just beaten Rochdale, who'd been on a 7-game unbeaten run, and disposed of them pretty well. And lots of good things, lots of positive things to take from it. And we'll go into the last 2 games of the season in a positive frame of mind.
And I'm sure you want to end the season on a high. Is the top half of the table finish? Is that the aim?
I think 9th, 10th is doable. That's the aim. Win 2 games, just see where it takes us. I'm sure it'll move us up a number of places. We've got a tough one on Saturday. We know that. Rochdale have done well this season. I think I read that they've won the most amount of games from anybody. So we know it's going to be a tough game. But say if we go there with the same approach as we did on Monday, then we have a chance.
How much better do you need to be than you were against Mansfield? Because obviously Rochdale that bit higher in the table.
I've said all along, the league's a strange one. Mansfield beat Rochdale 3-0 last week, so you tell me. We need to make sure that our work rate's there, stickability when we're under a bit of pressure, that we dog it out and we see it through, and we try and play the football that we played the other day. We have to do everything we can to try and win the game.
And obviously you showed against Fleetwood that you can more than match teams who are right up there. I suppose it's just a case of cashing in when you're on top, isn't it?
There's nothing in this league whatsoever. Scunthorpe have been on an unbelievable winning streak, winning and drawing streak, unbeaten in 26, 28 games, whatever it is. Chesterfield have always been up around there. Rochdale, Fleetwood, they've just been the most consistent. It's been a strange league. We just have to worry about ourselves, be positive, go up there and put in a good performance, and try and get 3 points.
And obviously a bit of pressure on them. If you can heap a little bit more, then all well to good for the Cheltenham cause.
There's pressure. There's always pressure when you're fighting for things. We can be a little bit relaxed, but also with a determination to want to go and prove a few people wrong and show that our performances, on the whole, particularly away from home, have been pretty good. We just and we can compete with the best in our league, and we've got a chance to do that on Saturday.
You got one of those performances on Monday where Byron was bullying his centre halves who were trying to mark him. I mean, just how helpful is that? How do you replicate that and get it out of him again?
I think Byron's been excellent for the majority of the season. I think the last couple of months has been seeing an even bigger improvement on him, and that's what people are commenting on. But for me, he's been in periods been doing that all season. Just over the last, let's say, 4, 6, 8 weeks, he's been doing it a lot more and a lot more consistently to decent defenders. 15 goals from him, 11 from Jamie. It's not a bad return. And let's say they both want to score more goals between now and the end of the season. Let's hope they do.
He's a quiet man when we talk to him. How much is he one of those confidence players?
Yeah, he's quiet. He's got he's a quiet, shy, retiring young man, but he knows what he wants. He sometimes says what he thinks and feels, and that's the way we're doing it with him. And he's a man. He's 6'3", quick, strong, mobile, and he's a massive asset for this football club. And we can hopefully continue to get the best out of him between now, the end of the season, and next year as well.
Yeah, obviously he's here for next season. I understand decisions being made and players being informed to that youth team level in terms of any of the scholars staying on. Just sort of how big a day is this in terms of their careers and just
It's a start. It's the work. If those that get lucky enough to get offered a contract, the work starts now. We played Bristol City's almost youth team on Tuesday, and we saw what the difference was. So let's not get carried away. It's the start. It gives them a chance, and the hard work begins now. The Youth Alliance, the division that we're in, put that against Bristol City's under 18s. We pretty much got beaten up, outplayed, everything on Tuesday. So it shows the gap, but we're positive with the boys. We think with a couple have got potential to be next year or whenever to hopefully progress, and that's what we want. We've had a right good go with the youth department. This is a pretty decent crop, but there's still a long way for them to go.
And obviously a few of them have been knocking on the first team door. That must be pleasing for you that that's happening as well, because it shows the system's working.
Yeah.
Injuries? Obviously
we're okay. Everybody trained today. Had a good lively session out there. Training was really good. The content was excellent, and hopefully, so we can just keep them fresh. They're not going to learn too much off us today, but the intensity was there, the intent was there, and the quality was there too. So hopefully we can have a bright day tomorrow and make sure that we're ready for Rochdale.
And when you're trying to finish the season on a high, is it easier when you can say to players, look, the end is in sight, a couple more performances, because in a way that's all you're asking for, isn't it?
Yeah, we want to win games. We want to end up with a total of 15 wins. It'll be if we win the next 2, I think. So that's all we can try and do. It's too late to get into playoffs. It's too late to make anything of the season. But you're not going to be despondent about it. All you can do is deal with where you are, what you've got in front of you. We'll pick a team that goes to Rochdale knowing what they're about, knowing how good they are at certain things, knowing hopefully where we can try and expose any chink of weakness that we can possibly find, and go there with the right attitude. And if we do that, like I said, we always give ourselves a chance.
Thank you, good luck.
Cheers, Paul.
Well, you've been punching above your weight in terms of size of club the last 2 years. If you do get up to 9th or 10th, would you say, I know you always want more, but would you say that's par for the season, really, par for the sizes?
The club, we said something about midway, didn't we? Where we are in terms of budget. The club has done well over the last couple of years, but you have no divine right, as a few of the bigger boys are finding out right now. I didn't ever felt we've been involved in a relegation battle all season. We just haven't been good enough to kick on and really fight for the promotion places. So it's been a mediocre season, but where we can all learn from, or be better at, we can all do things better that we'll be looking to do, and be positive taking it into next season.
Yeah, and when you're trying to sign players and there's a lot of clubs that can offer more, is it harder now that you're not a team that's been looking like you're pushing for promotion?
We'll have to see what happens over the next couple of months in terms of that, but I have no doubt that we'll still be a good catch for a few players. But there'll be plenty out there. We've got a few targets, like I've always said, but we'll just see what comes in the next few weeks and months.
Yeah, Byron's definitely contracted for next season. Jamie obviously isn't at the moment, but the way they've played, I know it's only been recently they've really started to hit it off. But is that tempting you to look at Jamie for next season?
Of course it is, but we're just, like I said, we'll have a review of the season as quickly as we can and get players talking. I'm not going to commit to anything. We'll just see where we are, after Dagenham and the week after that.
Yeah, and the decision's been made on the young lads. You're just waiting. You're going to have meetings with them this afternoon, or is that the situation at the moment? Yeah. And how difficult is it to judge whether they can make a step up when you see how well they've done in the youth league? Some of them have done very well in other county cup games and reserve games, but then they play against Bristol City. It's a different type of test altogether.
I think the players have to learn. The players have to see that and think, right, that's the standard we have to be. They've got some continuity. Saying that our boys have been together. They were better than us on the night, and for whatever reason, we've got to make sure that every one of the young players realises this is an opportunity. It's not just a gift, right? They go and have a year's pro and call themselves a professional footballer. It's about now doing everything they can to make the most of that opportunity, and we'll go about that in the right process today. And as soon as the ones find out what they're doing, they'll be working tomorrow towards making sure that they're ready for whenever they're needed.
Yeah. Have you put pen to paper? Yeah. Is that still?
No, I'll have a chat with the chairman in the next couple of days.
Yeah. Okay. Cheers,
Right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mark.